welcome to NBS Health Extra. My name is Olivia Ziwa, and of course, once again, we bring you perfect conversation topics and of course health alternatives here on the show. And joining me right now is none other than Dr. Tamale Ismal from Timex Nutrition Center. You're very welcome. Good to see you.
Thank you very much. Good evening, viewers. Thank you very much for tuning NBS and for being on this program.
Yes,
as they have introduced me, I'm Dr. Tamale Ismal from Timex Nutrition Center. And here we represent Dr. Peter Diadamo, who is seated in the United States of America, who are the inventors of this scientific personalized nutrition. In brief, you eat foods according to your blood group and genotype. It's no longer eating foods according to your blood group so you can eat right books, but now blood group and genotype.
All right.
Today, our topic, we are going to look at what we call food ingredient, food composition.
Food
we are looking
nutrients.
at what are the nutrients in the foods you eat. You are eating pineapple, you are eating matoke, you are eating this. What are the components in these foods? But before that, we shall introduce to you that Timex Nutrition Center, we are found on Nassau Road. The building is called Conrad Plaza. Conrad Plaza, we are found on the second floor. And also in Imbarara, we are found on a road called Intare Road, on a building called Ikra House, on the first floor, room F3. That's where you can get Timex Nutrition Center. Our phones will be on the screen.
It takes me, doctor, it takes me to each time you're actually in a supermarket trying to shop for something, many a times you buy probably canned products, and then at the back there is a list of ingredients and the percentage fat, percentage carbohydrates and protein, and then you wonder what's the importance of all this. So does it even matter the composition in these foods?
Of course, for every food, forget about now even the canned foods. Let's go to the natural foods. As you see those slides that will be coming in. For every food that you eat, it has what we call a composition.
Right.
So you have tomatoes, you have, whether you have pineapples, you have apples, there is a list of components in that food. You find there are carbohydrates, there is calcium, there is iron, there is vitamins, vitamin 1, vitamin B12. You see, as you see on that screen, those are the components. Every food has components, which make it. That's why they will tell you eat this particular food to get this, eat this particular food to get this. But then our major topic today, we are going to look at food composition, or food ingredients, or the nutrients in the foods. Are they exclusive that they are supposed to be in only one type of food? That is our major discussion tonight. But before we go in there, we have to welcome the new viewers, because there are people who don't know even what Timex we do.
That's right.
That slight video shows you exactly what we do at our offices. When you come at Timex Nutrition Center, we get your blood, determine your blood group. We do a lot of measurements on your body system. After making the measurements on the body system, we determine your genetic formation. After determining your genetic formation, the system will tell you which foods to eat and not to eat. As you see, they can tell you can take a beef, you can take lamb. You can take lime, never touch oranges. You can take tilapia, never touch
pineapples, not to eat
prawns, or to take other things. So these foods, as they come out, you can take black pepper, never take red pepper. You can take tea, never touch coffee. You can take red wine, never touch white wine. So all these foods, as they come out, are the ones which work as medicine in your body system. And this is where we are going to look at today's topic. If they refuse me to eat a particular food which is known to have a particular food ingredient, won't I fall sick?
Won't I miss out on it?
Won't I miss out on that? So after telling you the foods to eat, then we shall also tell you what exercises you are supposed to be doing. We have been telling you day and night that exercises are very important for your body systems. But every body system has an exercise profile. If you take yourself in exercises like running, gym, when you're not supposed to be in the gym, you are going to have problems.
Right, and please remind our viewers, how much is it to undergo the test?
Of course, that test takes you only 110,000 shillings. But if you have problems like you have diabetes, you have ulcers, you have asthma, and you have disease and you need food supplements, they range from 400,000 shillings to over 1.5 million shillings, depending on the condition you have. Right. So that is how it is. So when you do this, it's a prevention. That's why we say 1 gram of preventing a disease is better than 1,000 kilograms of treating the disease. If you come to Timex Nutrition Center when you don't have any problem, hey, 110,000 shillings and we say bye. If you start getting problems, it will cost you about 1 million, 1.5, 800,000. The good thing, the only advantage here, you pay this money once in a lifetime. You don't pay it again. Right. You pay that, you take the supplements, and you don't need the supplements again. Why? The best medicine for you is what is on your cup, plate, and glass. And of course, when you are not eating the right foods, it's something very simple. One, you start up by things like dosing after meals, belching, bloating, gas in the stomach, constipation, indigestion, skin disorders, painful menstrual cramps, things like fatigue, lack of sleep, lack of appetite for food, and so on. All those, lack of manpower, all those show that among the foods we are eating, there's a food.
Something is wrong.
The gorilla always on, but that is the beginning. Then eventually it goes on progressing to the advanced stages. What was gas in the stomach? Ulcers. What was sweating palpitations? Pressure. What was overweight? You become obese, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. We say you have reached the weedy stage. And that's when people try to look for medication. Yes, there are many people who treat the diseases, but they don't treat the cause of the diseases. That's why they will continue giving you medication until they give you no more. Then until the medication also starts making side effects, and you get more problems. So at Timex Nutrition Center, we start with what is causing your disease. After that, we give you some of our supplements for a particular cause, a particular disease, and then you remain eating your nice foods. The supplements are only temporary. They're only for 30 days, and you stop, and you live a normal life. Do your exercises, lifestyle strategy, and the sky is the limit. For those of you who have been at Timex Nutrition Center, you have been seeing this.
Right.
Now,
so, doctor, the food nutrients.
Food nutrients. Now, many people had a fear that now I came to Timex Nutrition Center. They told me, don't eat this, don't take milk. Now, where would I get calcium? Now, this is what we're looking at. If you go, I want those slides for the food components is going to be running on the screen. Look at each food. I want you to look on one item now. Look at calcium. You will find that every food you are eating there has calcium. There is no single food which has a particular nutrient alone by its own that God put it there, only there. If you don't eat that thing, you will not get it. For example, people would say, if I don't take milk, that means I don't have calcium. I'm going to have very weak bones. Okay. Two things you can do example. There are people who are lactose intolerant. That means they stop taking milk after breastfeeding. Okay? But those people, you find them walking. They don't grow like snakes, that they don't have bones into their what? To their body system. Let's look at an elephant. An elephant consumes 200 liters of water every day. That's about a whole drum. That means if it had to have very strong bones, it would be taking 200 liters of milk every day. Elephants don't take any milk. They don't even take any meat. They take grasses. But I don't think you, viewer, your bones are stronger than an elephant's bone. Where are they getting the calcium? They are getting it from the plants. Calcium is everywhere. Look at that slide as it goes on. Look at the food nutrients. Every food nutrient has calcium. It has iron. It has potassium. People say, now for example, matoke has a lot of potassium. So somebody says, but if I don't eat matoke, where do I get potassium? There is a lot of potassium in yams. That's why, see, here what we do in scientific nutrition, that's why the people who were trying to look at our scientific nutrition, the blood group genotype nutrition, they were arguing that, but you see, you stop from eating particular foods. Where would they get this nutrient? That one is rubbish.
There's
Immaterial.
alternatives.
Doesn't work. Actually, those people who say that blood group diet and genotype diet is not is not good. They think in the 1818 mentality of nutrition. Why? In 1818, blood transfusion was discovered, and blood was being given to everybody anyhow. There were no blood groups. Blood groups were discovered in 1901 when Carl Senna discovered them, and that's when that was 83 years after, and that's when proper blood transfusion took place. Which we are using up to today. But even Carl Senna was not believed until 1930 when he got his award. So it's not surprising that people may say, oh, this blood group diet, it's under research. Those are 1818 thinkers. They are still thinking in 1818, in the nutrition of 1818. That one is outdated.
All right, and I love that.
So when you look at the food nutrients, as you see them on the screen, every food has particular nutrients, which are also found in another food.
In another food.
So if you have not taken milk for calcium, there is calcium in broccoli, there is calcium in pineapple. Look at those slides as they are going. Those are the food nutrients. Yes. As they are. There is iron, it may not be in so much quantities, but it suffices. Okay. So that is what we mean by don't get scared that if they don't eat this, where will I get it?
Well,
no,
will you
every
get it?
food you're eating, you'll get
alternatives. Well, discussion still continues. We'll just go for a short break and we'll be right back.